Hello? I'm probably by myself right now, aren't I? Oh, I'm early. I can't see without my glasses. Okay, I still got a few seconds, so just in here hanging out by myself. Probably end up being all alone. God, I hope somebody shows up. Oh, thank God. It's just me and you, honey. Nobody else is here yet. So um, hopefully the kids come on. I know Nick's working today, but Britt said she would watch. Hi, Cave Lady Tribe. Oh, I like your name. Are you new? I haven't seen your name before. Well, yeah, I said hi to you, honey. Hi, Sandy. Good to see you. No, I'm just saying I wanted the kids to come in too, because last time it was, my whole family showed up. So, no, I'm glad you're here too. Um, just, I don't want to start too kind of new. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like your name. That's really cool. Um, yeah, I've got a lot to talk about, but I don't want to start it too early before everybody else gets here. So just going to hang out and chit chat in the meantime. Because today I was going to talk about my weigh in, which that wasn't so great, but we'll talk about that. Well, there you are, George. Hi, Lainey. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here. I knew you guys would be here. And what time is it where you're at in the UK? 6 p.m.? Because it's 10 o'clock in the morning here. I thought about doing it at 6 o'clock here, but I knew that would not work for you guys, especially. So 6 p.m. Okay. Yeah, I had even remember I had posted in the community page that I thought about doing one during the evening here in California because, I figure a lot of people work and they would want to come by in the evening, but I didn't get a big response to that. So I thought, okay, we'll just do it on the weekends. That seems to work out better. So congratulations, Lainey and George. I won't spill the beans, but wow, awesome news. So excited for you guys. I've got one of my grandkids with me today. He's being very good. He's downstairs. I told him Nana will be done in an hour, but he's with Papa, so hopefully he's not too bored. But yeah, anyway, we're going to talk about I finally got on the scale. How long has it been? I told you I wasn't going to get on the scale just once a month. And so I held off. I didn't get on the scale until this morning. Oh, spill the beans. I can. Okay. George and Lainey are expecting their 4th grandchild. Is that correct? And they already know what it is. Oh, isn't it? The grandkids are the best. I told my kids I wished I would have had them first. They're just so much more fun because you don't have to pay for them. You just get to enjoy them. And they love you. And they're the best. And to have a baby in the family again, we're past that. None of my kids will have any more kids. My kids are getting older too. And so, yeah, we're not going to get to experience that, but that's the best, to have a baby in the family, and just watching them grow up. My youngest is, I think, 8, and my oldest is 16. So they had a shock. Oh, a boy. Yeah. Oh, how many? Now, what do you have? You have 3? What? I know, obviously, you have, your one beautiful little granddaughter, but do you have any other grandsons, or are they all granddaughters? I've been very blessed. I have 3 grandsons and 5. I don't know if this is delayed or what, but anyway, 1 boy. Okay, 2 girls. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, it's good you want to experience both. So fun. God, grandkids are the absolute best. The absolute best. But so when does she actually due? Oh, I like those names. Levi, Indy, Cordelia. Wow. Very cool. Yeah, when is she actually due then? You said she's 28 weeks? I can't do the math. 18 and 16. Yeah, they grow up so fast. I mean, it's fun to watch the people that they become, but you miss them, the little ones, but at least we have pictures and videos and we can look back on all that kind of stuff. So she works. Oh, does she? Oh, okay. Nice. And I take it they live near you? I'm fortunate. Both my boys live right by me. My youngest son, they bought their house just like down the street, and my older son and his fiance, they have a home. I think they're 12 minutes. It's a 12-minute drive from me. My daughter lives 14 hours away, which is an absolute nightmare for me. My only daughter, but she's doing good. She has a great career and she's very happy. So I'm not going to complain about it. But okay, good. I'm glad. National Health Service. Nice, nice. Well, I'm sure you guys are going to have a great year this year. Just getting ready for a new baby is a lot of fun. Just going through that whole experience. So, well, good. Let's see, am I delayed? I went black. No. Oh, there I am. Okay. They're only a mile and a half. Okay, that's like my youngest son. He's maybe 2 miles down the road. That's the best. But anyway, I wish I had as good a news as that. Both children are nice. My only kid lives 4 hours. But that's still doable. Like I said, my daughter's 14 hours. We have to fly because that drive is just ridiculous. We're getting too old to do that. So we have to drive or fly when we go see her. And it's kind of costly. So we don't do that too much. But I did get on the scale this morning, you guys. And after not weighing myself for a month, you can imagine I was expecting to see a huge loss. And I'm only down 4 pounds from the last time I weighed myself. So I was a bit disappointed. That's literally 1 pound a week. Up until then, I was down 52 pounds. I was down 50. I had put on a couple pounds over the holidays, I think. Lost them again. So now I've lost another 4 pounds. So I guess I'm down 54 pounds. But I have a theory. And I think, tell me if I'm wrong. If you're a carnivore, tell me if I'm wrong. I think I'm under eating again. Believe it or not, because I sat down, I figured out, what am I doing? I eat a 4-ounce steak. That's my big meal. And because I've told you guys, I've had the lap band surgery, I can't eat it all in one sitting. I have to slice it really thin. It's really hard for me to eat that much. So I probably eat a good 3 ounces. And then I end up feeding our fox. We have a fox that comes to the door every day. I give him the rest. So I eat about a 3-ounce steak is about what it amounts to. I have 3 slices of bacon in the morning, and that's 240 calories. And I was eating 2 egg yolks with it. I think that was another 100 and something calories, but we ran out of eggs, and they're $9.99 a dozen here. So I just thought, I'm not buying them this week. So I've just been eating 3 pieces of bacon for breakfast, 3 pieces of bacon for lunch, a 3-ounce steak for dinner. And then I do have cream in my coffee, and you guys know I use a lot of cream. So that's some calories. That's what I've been eating. And I'm hoping that I'm under eating again. Because remember when I did that before, I started under eating, and I thought, my mindset was from the old days that the less you eat, the faster you're going to lose weight. And then I started watching the doctors, and they were like, no, your body goes into starvation mode, especially when you're heavier, because I'm heavier. I still have 50 pounds to lose. So I thought it would just fall right off, but I ended up holding on to it. You eat an 18-ounce steak you're a big guy though, dude. I mean, you're thin, but an 18-ounce steak every day plus an evening meal. Get duck eggs. Yeah, where do you get duck eggs? Honey, get on that. Find us some duck eggs. He does the grocery shopping. Huge yolks. Oh, that's my favorite. I hate the egg whites. And it's so awesome to know that we don't have to eat them. Because remember when you used to be able to, it was just the egg whites, and those were gross. And they put them in the carton. My mom used to make omelets out of those, and she followed that whole belief system. But yeah, I think I'm going to try again, like I did last time I stalled from a duck. You're funny. Well, I need to get a duck. I had to put new batteries in the scale yesterday, and it weighs about 2 pounds heavier. I love you, honey. Thank you. That's what it was. It's wrong. Seriously, duck egg whites are very small. Hey, I'll give them a try if we can find them. I'll try anything at this point. But yeah, I'm going to say that I'm under eating. Seriously, really, honey? Well, I've got that other scale up here, but I don't use it as much. But I will. I'll compare the two and see. That'd be awesome. Then that would mean, you guys, that I'm down 6 pounds. If I'm down 6 pounds, that would make me very happy, because that's right on track. That's about where I want to be. That's about 1.5 pounds a week. So that would be really good. If it was less than that, like I said, I'm just blaming it on under eating, and I need to up my fat and my protein. I've got to figure out a way, because it's so hard with the lap band surgery. My husband knows I can't eat, and he's a great cook, and he makes all these wonderful meals. And then he makes my plate, and I eat a portion of it, and it's not because it doesn't taste good. It's good, but it's just so hard for me. And I don't have time to eat 6 small meals a day. I'm working and I'm helping with my grandkids. I just don't have time. I have time for 2 meals a day if I'm lucky. So bought Chomp's beef stick at Aldi's. Oh, we have an Aldi's. Eggs were $4.89 today at Aldi's. I'm going back. You know what? That's what I need to do. I need to make deviled eggs. I used to love deviled eggs. I will eat those. And you can make carnivore deviled eggs. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Thanks, Gail. I'm going to head out to Aldi's this afternoon and pick a few things up. But so yeah, I was, like I said, I was expecting to get on the scale and it was going to show like a 10-pound weight loss, which I know. Oh yeah, you guys have Aldi's over there in the UK. Eggs here are around $10 a dozen. I know. I tell people that, and they're like, "Oh, come on." I'm like, "No, honestly, just last week, yeah, it was $9.99 for a 12-pack at Stater Brothers. I don't know what they are at Aldi's, but I'll give it a try and see." But that brings me to the next thing I wanted to talk about, doing the carnivore diet and, not having great luck right now, success with the weight loss. A friend of mine, and I don't think he's here because he's from Australia. I don't know what time it is. Anyway, you know him, Joshua, Meat Base 365. He's a newer channel. I just love this kid. And he's just got a wonderful channel, but he's got a lot of good information, and he's been with me for a while, and he's really been helpful. And he suggested a supplement, and he talked about it for a while, and he's been doing it and all that. But I'm always leery to try new things, even though I'm an herbalist. I don't like to do pharmaceutical drugs, but I will try supplements and stuff, but I have to research them to death ahead of time. So I did, because he'd been talking about it for a while. Well, finally, after enough research, I thought, okay, this sounds like something I need to try. It's called Lugol's Iodine. Let me see if I can get that up there without the light in it. Yeah, there you go. And I went online, and Dr. Barry was talking about it. He had a short video, and in it, he said, these are the signs to look for if you are iodine deficient, which apparently a lot of people are. There's some signs that you can look for. Okay. And the first sign is unexplained weight gain, which that's me, I feel. Oh, you do it? You do it, Sandy? Good. I think that's common. And he said a lot of these symptoms can be associated with other stuff, so it's hard to tell. But anyway, the nice thing about iodine is you can't overdo it. Even if you take in more iodine than your body needs, you're just going to pee it out. So don't worry about it. But a lot of people, especially when we're doing, various diets and stuff, you don't get enough iodine. So anyway, the first sign of it is the unexplained weight gain. Number two, carbohydrate cravings. But I think everybody, if you eat carbs, you get cravings for carbs. I think that's pretty common. But this is one of the ones that struck me was hair loss. My hair has really gotten thin as I've gotten older, which is one of the reasons I wear the hair wraps, because it just doesn't style. It doesn't hold the style that I usually wear because my hair was thicker and fuller. Now it just kind of falls flat. So yeah, hair loss. Cold hands and feet. My hands and feet are always freezing. Always. I'm always cold. So I thought, okay, there's two. Depressed moods. I've told you guys for the longest time, I have a real hard time with my moods. I get depressed really easy. Dry skin all over. That was one of the first things when I got on the carnivore diet that I noticed it was improving. Doing carnivore diet, I don't have as bad of dry skin, but I still had problems with dry skin. Brain fog. Everybody's got brain fog though, and I associate that with all the crappy foods that we eat, all the chemicals that are in the food. So, I thought, okay, that could go for anything. The last thing though was a goiter. And I don't think I have one. I got chicken skin from being old, but I don't think I have a goiter. But all those other symptoms I definitely had. So I thought, okay, I'm going to give it a try. And I think I've been using it for over a week now. And I have to say, I've noticed a difference in my energy. It has improved. And that was another thing, low energy. This was supposed to help with energy. So I've noticed that. And my head does seem clearer. Not that I really don't have brain fog anymore since I've been doing the carnivore diet, but I have periods where I'm not as sharp. Of course, I'm 63. I'm not going to be as sharp, right? But yeah, I do think I feel a difference with this. So I'm going to continue using it. And after, he told me about it, I went online. I see a lot of carnivore doctors talk about this. So this is obviously something that carnivores need. So if you're experiencing any of those, I suggest, giving it a try. Do some research, go online, listen to the doctors, see what they say. And if it sounds like something, that might be helpful, give it a try. I mean, like they said, you're not going to overdo it. The only thing, you'll be out the money if you don't need it, if your body doesn't need the iodine. That's all. But I think I needed it. So I'm really happy with that. I think that's making a difference. Where do I get my head wraps? Just online. They're just really long, skinny scarves. My granddaughter tells me I wear a towel. It's not a towel. It's a long, skinny scarf. I have several of them because, I have different colors. And I started wearing them, like I said, my hair started thinning because I'm severely anemic, and that's part of that. And I started losing my hair. And then when COVID hit, and I knew I wasn't going to go anywhere and nobody was going to come over. So, and I didn't want to walk around like a troll all the time. So it was easier to just wrap my head up. I pull it all back and just put the head wrap on. I have a couple videos that show people how to wear it if you're interested. It's super easy. It's super easy. But I actually wasn't going to wear a head wrap today because I've been wearing them all week. I don't like to wear them all the time because then I worry about them, rubbing my hair off, and that's where I do have issues right there anyway. So, but like I said, my hair is already thin. I got up to do it and it wasn't doing nothing. I was like, okay, this sucks. I'm just going to put a head wrap on. So it's great for those, bad hair days. It's perfect for that. And I do get a lot of compliments on it. I tried to do it for my poor sister. She loved it. She wanted me to do it. We could not get it to work on her. I don't know if it was just the shape of her head or what, but it just kept sliding off. So I don't know. Maybe it won't work for everybody. I got a big fat head, so it works for me. So yeah, and they're like $12. I have tons of them. This one I like this style because it's got multiple colors, and depending on how I fold it, I can have green and blue, or I can have red and orange, so I can match whatever I'm wearing. So anyway, give a shout out to Nana Witch. George, I made a separate YouTube channel, and it's just Nana Witch. Oh, thank you. And I want to do more with that character. I created that character months ago, and it's mainly for the kids. And I enjoy doing it, but it's a lot of work. I have to make the set, as you saw, and that one does require a lot of editing. I don't do a lot of editing to my videos. I'm just me talking, so I don't have to edit But with the Nano, which it would be more work, but if I do those, I would like to at least put out one a month. And then I had to write the story, and yeah, I worked on that and just doing the special effects, but it was fun and I enjoyed that one a lot. And I would like to do more with that. So I am going to work on that because the kids like it, and that was important to me as a grandma. They enjoyed it, and when you told me about your granddaughter getting so excited, that was all I needed. It was like, okay, I'll do more. I'll do more. But yeah, that video was what, only like 2.5 minutes long. And it took a long time because I'm in costume. And like I said, I made a set. I had to write a script out. Then I had to edit it. I was like, it was a production, but I think I could do at least one. Give me yeah, send me some storylines to help me out. That would be awesome because I would do that. I would do that. But right now, as you guys know, if you're here for the unretired thing, um, since I started doing YouTube, it was just to document my healthy lifestyle, right? And make friends and all that I've done. And it's been wonderful. But then as it started growing and evolving, I got to the point where I got monetized. And I wasn't expecting much from that. To be honest with you, I thought, oh, monetization is for the big channels they're a job, and those people have a production and they have things to sell. But for just talking heads like me, you maybe make a few pennies even if you get monetized, unless you get a real big following like Carrie Mann from Homestead How or something like that. But I thought if I could make a few extra bucks now that I'm unretired and I'm trying to make some money, YouTube would be an easy one, right? So yeah, I'm super excited. I did that video yesterday telling you guys how much I made my first week. I was so excited. I know most people are like, really? You got excited over that? But think about that. Times 4, that's my car payment. So yeah, I was really happy about that. Thank you, Sandy. I know. I was thrilled. Like I told my husband, I wasn't expecting that. The only thing is when you start getting monetized on YouTube, they don't pay you until you make at least $100. Then they'll send you a check. So for this month, even though, I only did it for 1 week, I was just under the $100. So they're not going to send me a check until the end of next month. But yeah, I it was exciting for me. I felt validated. It just made me feel really good. So I see. Yeah, it was exciting. I was like, yeah, I'm a YouTube creator. It's a job. And the funny thing is, I owe it to my grandkids. My grandkids are the ones that got me to do YouTube because that's what they watch. The grandkids all watch YouTube, and they were telling me, Nana, you should put your life on YouTube. People would watch it. I was like, I'm not putting my life on YouTube. There's no way, but I'll go on YouTube and talk about various things. And so that's what I did. They talked me into it, and they had to help me edit. I didn't know nothing about YouTube, nothing. And it's actually my grandkids that know how to edit it and music and all that stuff. I let them have at it. They showed me how to work CapCut and all that. So I don't know how to do anything. Super Nana. That's my nickname. We have Live 360, and all my grandkids and the family, we're all on it so we can keep track of each other in case something happens. And we all have different names on there. And I'm Super Nana or Nana Banana. But anyway, yeah, that was exciting. Let me tell you, because remember just the week before, I only had 850 subscribers. And that's all thanks to George. I give him all the credit for that because I had 4 subscribers basically, and then maybe with my family, I had, 20 something. And then George came along to tear me a new one when I made that one video about why I hate carnivores. And ever since then, he's been, the greatest thing. He's helped me and got me the interviews and helped me get my channel out there. And it's just been growing on its own. I'm still amazed when I see people come and watch me because I don't know what I'm doing still. I try to edit. I know that's the only thing is, see, if you're monetized, they're going to put advertisements. And I thought, oh, yeah. But I thought they still put them on your page. You just don't get paid for it. But now that I'm doing this, I get paid for it. But if hopefully most of you have premium YouTube where you can just fast forward. I hope. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just trying to make a little bit of money. I'm old. I'm 63. I just want to retire someday. And so I thought this is the easiest way to do it is just to come in here and talk to you guys. And I don't have to leave the house. I don't have to put gas in my car. I don't have to do anything. Just come on here and share some stories and talk to you guys. So it's a good job. I'll tell you that. For the money, for what I'm getting, for the amount of time that I put into it. I don't put much thought into it. I just, when I get the burst of something I want to talk about, I think, okay, and I just turn on my phone and I just start talking, and I just make sure the room I'm in is clean, whichever room I decide to use, because you've probably seen me. Thank you. I appreciate that, Sandy. Yeah, I think I've filmed in every room in my house. Thanks, George. I appreciate that. I don't know. I look at my older videos and talk about cringeworthy, but I wasn't really thinking of a lot of people seeing them. I was just thinking about, it was therapeutic and I wanted to share my story and find others that are going through the same thing. And, but what's nice about it is now that I did do that, I can see the weight loss or the fat adaptation of the carnivore diet, because like I've told you guys, I hadn't lost a lot of weight. At one point, I'd only lost 30 pounds, but the body composition, because of losing the fat, had changed so much. It blew me away. And if I hadn't been documenting it, I wouldn't have been able to see the difference. So I really appreciate that I did that. And you guys, even those of you that don't have a channel or don't even want to do it for that reason, just documenting your life, just coming on and talking about different things. It's like a video diary. I highly recommend doing that, because it's been good for me, because there's a lot of times I forget. And when I'm going through my old videos, it was like, wait, what was that one about? Oh, and I already forgot, because I've done some videos with my grandkids when we went camping, and on our trips, the trips that we took, and they're terrible, but they mean something to me. I can look back on them now, and I was, with my family and, holidays and stuff like that. So it's been fun. It's been fun. 90 days. Oh, of being carnivore? That's awesome. Now, see, I try to tell a lot of people that do carnivore, it's not a weight loss diet per se, it's a healing diet. And part of healing is losing excess weight, but it takes a while, because you got to heal. It just depends on you, what your ailments are. So if you don't lose weight right away, don't give up hope. Your body's healing. Oh, okay, good. And as you heal, you start feeling better, then you'll start losing the weight. And for some of us, it takes a little bit longer. Some people just drop loads of weight right away. Everybody's different, but I still wouldn't switch it, because like I've told everybody, this is not a deprivation diet. The carnivore diet is a luxurious diet. You eat when you're hungry, you eat till you're full, you don't count calories, and you feel like $1,000,000. So I still highly recommend it. You drop 50 pounds in 7 weeks. Dang, you got to tell me what you're doing. 50 pounds in 7 weeks. See, and that's what I thought would happen to me, because I was so overweight. The more overweight you are, the faster you lose weight. But that hasn't been my experience. So I need to find out, what I'm doing, if I can do something different. But like Sarah from Healthy Carnivore from the UK said, don't keep making tweaks. Just do what you're doing. Otherwise, it's going to feel like a diet. And this isn't supposed to be a diet. It's a way of eating. It's a way of life. And if I make it hard and put all these restrictions on it, then I'm not going to want to stick with it. It should just be a natural, easy thing. And right now it is. So even if I am only down 4 pounds, so what? It's easy. I don't feel like I'm dieting. It's not like I'm in a hurry. At least the scale's going down. It's not going up like it was. Hi, Sherry. Oh, hi, beautiful. She lives here in California. Sherry, about a few weeks ago, I was driving by. I was in your neighborhood. Asked my husband. I was like, oh, my friend Sherry lives here. My grandson had a soccer match out in your area. Beautiful area, by the way. But about 2 hours from us. Ha ha, I eat a lot of. I eat a lot of bacon, steak, no liver, no liver. Can't do liver. Dang, George, 105 pounds and no more diabetes. That's the thing. This is the best thing in the world for diabetics. Everybody, oh, hi, Cassandra. Good to see you. You're not late. I just been blathering away. But man, see, these are the stories that turned me on. Is all these people have lost 50 pounds, 105 pounds, 70 pounds. It's like, man, and none of you have complained about it being hard. Everybody's like, yeah, they just ate. Nobody starved themselves. They didn't count calories or points like on Weight Watchers. When you're hungry, you eat. And it doesn't matter what time of day or night it is. And you don't have to exercise. I have to point that out all the time because that's important. When you're that much overweight, I was 100 pounds overweight, and everything's hurting from the inflammation, exercise is the last thing you want to do. And when you go on most diets, they tell you right away, you got to start exercising, get out there. And it's like, oh, it's hard. It's hard. But once you start healing, Sherry, oh my God, that's my very first one. That's my very first one. I'm going to frame that. I'm going to print this out and frame it. What a doll you are. Thank you. My God. Look at that. Are you on, honey? Look at that. I didn't even think about those. That's amazing. You made my day. Thank you so much. This is wonderful. Now I lost my train of thought. Yeah, once you start healing and then you feel better, then you're going to be more apt to exercise. I keep saying I don't exercise, but I walk every day. I walk for 30 minutes with my client, and I work during the week, and now I'm down to 4 days a week. But 4 days a week, we walk for 30 minutes. It's about 2 miles. So that's exercise. I keep saying I don't exercise, but I don't do jazzercise. I don't go to the gym. So I don't feel like it's exercising. I'm just walking, and it's beautiful, and I've got somebody to talk to. So it's not hard for me at all. But do you know Sherry, George? She's awesome. I see her on I mainly saw you on Mitch on Old Guy Carnivore. We love him. Oh, yeah, Sherry, you got one and George got one. I'm so glad. Happy Carnivore Heart. That's not a bad idea. I should consider doing that, huh? I should, because I loved making my hearts, because I don't know if you guys know, I do the free hearts movement. My son started the free arts movement, where he goes around and places art in Southern California because of the job he had. He's a salesperson. He travels around the Inland Empire, and he'd leave pieces of art for people to find, kind of like a scavenger hunt. He'd put, tips on Instagram, and people would go looking for it, and then they'd find it. Well, then he was doing that. So I started doing the free hearts movement. And the same thing, I would just hide hearts when I go to the airport, when I go to different states, wherever I'm at. I hide them all over town. I hide them in the park, at stores. And then people would find them. They'd take a picture and then they'd send it to me. And it would make my day, especially when it was kids and they'd find them and stuff. So, and my grandkids love, can I hide some hearts, Nana? Can I have some hearts? So I'll give them hearts when they're going places, and they'll place them around. But, I love you. Thank you, Sherry. That means a lot to me, because I haven't done that in a while. I've been so busy. That's a sad thing. Now that I'm unretired, I don't have time for my hobbies and art and crafts and stuff anymore. And I do miss it, which is another reason I need to make money and pay off my car and start so I can retire and do what I was meant to do. I was meant to stay home and make art. I just know it, because that's what makes me happy. And I will do that again. But in the meantime, while I'm healthy, while I'm able, thanks to Carnivore, I will continue working. I will pay those bills off, because we're not going to be able to retire if, I have a car payment and, credit card and stuff. So I'm going to pay those things down, and then I'll retire. But for right now, it's okay. I've had a lot of people chastise me, almost like they're angry that I came out of unretirement. Some people say I'm stealing jobs from Gen Xers. Other people just think I'm being foolish. And it's like, you know what? I just watched this guy. He's a financial advisor, and he said 25% of people over 60 are coming out of retirement because of unexpected events. Maybe they didn't save up as much as they thought they were going to need. Plus, the inflation over the past 4 years, it's gone up 25%. People are living longer and they're running out of money faster, healthcare, a variety of reasons. And so I'm not alone. It's not like I'm personally responsible for stealing all the jobs, and like I said, the jobs that I'm doing, I don't really think the Gen Xers want. It's a part-time job. It does not pay a lot. It's not like you're going to support yourself doing what I do. Exactly, Sherry. Exactly. That's what they were saying, that's another reason people are becoming unretired, because they're bored. They didn't think about what are they going to do to fill in that time. They were at work for 40, 50, 60 hours a week. And now all of a sudden they've got all that time, and, they can't just go and do like they wanted because it costs money. So you still, you're going to be home. And not everybody has hobbies and crafts, which is shocking to me because that's what I live for. But there's a lot of people, my husband and I, we both have a million things that we would like to do. So that's never going to be a problem. I can think of 1,000 things off the top of my head that I would much rather be doing than work. But I know my dad, bless his heart, he didn't retire till he was 82 because he didn't golf. He didn't play cards. He didn't belong to a club. He literally did not know what to do with himself. If he wasn't working, work was his joy. He enjoyed it. And he died just a few short years after he retired. So you miss work? Yeah, the routine. A lot of people miss the routine of work. You have 4? I didn't realize you had 4. Well, no wonder. You know what? And that is the best thing. That is the greatest blessing, to be a stay-at-home mom. My husband allowed me to be a stay-at-home mom when my kids were younger, and it was tight, but I don't regret it. I don't regret being able to stay home with my babies. I appreciated it. I did work when they were in school. It was a lot easier. Yeah, my YouTube hobbies for sure. Man, YouTube takes up a lot of time now. I want not just making our videos, right, but checking on our friends and seeing what they're doing and talking to them and stuff. It's become a whole thing, but I love it. It's, it's a great social outlet. I highly recommend it for older people that are at home. Especially like old guy Carnivore, how he's got, oh, hi, sweetheart. That's my daughter, the one that moved 14 hours away that I miss so much. Hi, sweetheart. I'm glad you're here. But there's guys like old guy Carnivore, and he does it every morning. He has like a coffee clutch, and you can sign in, and all the carnivores meet there. We all hang out, and we spend more time chatting to each other. And he's in the background, but he's there to answer questions if you have any questions about carnivore. But we go there just to see each other and touch base, and that kind of stuff. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It would be a great social outlet, I would think, for a lot of people that are at home. Yeah, I'm sure I do too. My grandkids they literally, when I pick them up from school, my granddaughter checks my phone and she'll let me know how long I've been on YouTube, and she'll be like, Nana. And I'm like, I have to keep it open. I don't ever close it. I'm always scrolling and looking. Wow, good for you. It's not, I know. Your piggies, how cute. I thought about getting something I have my cat. I don't know if you can see him back there. What? Camera, can you see him? He's sleeping, but he's got to be where I am. He's got to hang out. It doesn't matter where I'm at. He's got to be right here. Wait, with 12 kids. Oh my God. Daycare. Oh man, I admire that. I could never do it. It was hard enough just watching my own kids. My daughter-in-law's mom runs a daycare, and she's my age and a little bit older. And I'm like, oh my God, you are Wonder Woman. I just couldn't do it. Kids are hard, man, especially little ones. That's a lot of work. It pays a lot more now than it used to, though. So I thought maybe one I could do, but I have lots of hobbies and no time. That's where I'm at. But I'm busy. I'm always always busy. There's always something to do. Always. If I'm not at work and I'm not doing YouTube, and we've got our grandkids and there's projects around the house, and we like to travel and do some things, and we go up and see our daughter. And I agree, Sandy, you need to make a YouTube channel. You need to make a YouTube channel, because I love listening to other people's stories. I try to catch, especially carnivores. Oh, thank you, Cassandra. I appreciate that my family's here. Sadie Bug. Oh, my youngest granddaughter. She's here too. Hi, sweetheart. She's a doll. She's a little artist too. Is Penny with you, Sadie? But kids take a lot of patience. Yes, they do. But I do love them. But yes, that's a hard job, but it's an amazing job. They're needed for sure. No, where is she? Where's Penny? Thank you, Sherry. It's what it's good to be happy. Before I started doing carnivore, I went through a very severe depression after losing my sister, who I took care of, and then my only daughter, moving 14 hours away with my granddaughter. It was hard. And that was another aspect of the carnivore diet. It actually healed my depression. So it's been wonderful for that. And I do feel a lot better. I have mood swings. I tell people that all the time. I have issues. Hello, Bahula family. Say hi, guys. Lainey's from the UK. You guys know who George is. Lainey's his wife. I've talked about George. They all know. He's my mentor. He's helped me so much. Yeah, my family is very supportive. I love them. They're so wonderful. My boys aren't here though. my oldest son is working. That's why he dropped his son off. He's at work, so he's got an excuse. But I don't know where Brandon is. He's probably at home watching his stocks, right? He's got a whole setup in his room. He's what is he, Britt, a day trader? I don't know. He's got all kinds of monitors and stuff. And even when he's not working, he's working, because she's in her room. She said hi. She's with her friends. Oh, okay. Well, okay. I understand. Come up here. Let's do a camping trip. I do. I want to do a camping trip now that I'm healthy enough to do it. I used to always be jealous, you guys. My daughter and my husband, they could go hiking all the time, and I couldn't, and they would go almost every weekend, and I couldn't go. Well, I can go now. I can go hiking after losing the weight, and my knees healed thanks to carnivore. You homeschooled? Oh my God. Sherry, you are Wonder Woman. My daughter did the homeschool thing, but it wasn't through me. She had a program, and I would just have to take her, I think, once a week or once every 2 weeks to turn in her work. And I think we even had a teacher that would come by periodically, or we'd go see them. But yeah, homeschooling is tough too. But Sundays are for hiking. We're going hiking. Dad and I are going hiking. We're taking some of the grandkids tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to that. Like I said, I wanted to do that, and I would be so jealous. I wanted to go hiking, but even if I had a respite nurse to take care of my sister, I wasn't in good enough health to go, but now I am. So I'm really excited about that. We're going to do that tomorrow. The weather is beautiful in Southern California. It's sunny and clear, but it's only like in the 70s this weekend. Normally it's in the 60s, which that's even wonderful. I'm fine with that. Sherry, hope this isn't too personal. I don't know. Are you, Sherry? Oh, I assumed. I thought I've heard you mention him, but I know. Same with me. People ask me about my husband, and it's like, yeah, I am. I'm married. I talk about him a lot. He's the cook. He's the guy, that makes all the delicious stuff that I eat, because otherwise I probably would weigh 110 pounds because I wouldn't be eating. So it's all his fault. No, he's been a huge help, especially doing carnivore, because, he likes to grill and barbecue and all that stuff. I'm an open book. Yep. You and me, Sherry. I ask my kids. That's the way I am. I just don't do secrets, or I can't, because you can't keep track of things. I just tell it like it is, and There's no skeletons in my closet because I let them all out. That's what my mom used to say. I'm okay with that. I got nothing to hide. My life isn't that interesting. So I want to see my cat. See what he's doing. He's back there. No one else in my family is carnivore. He knows how to pick out ribeyes. So does my husband. My husband's pretty much always been carnivore. We've always given him crap for it because we thought you're an open book too. Yeah, good. My daughter and I, we were worried because I think I've told you guys, my husband did have a heart attack a few years back in his 50s. And in our minds, we were thinking, well, dad eats a lot of red meat, even though he's super healthy. He works out every day and eats salads. He doesn't smoke. He doesn't do drugs. He really is very physically fit. He probably would have been way worse off, when he had his heart attack, but it was genetic. It wasn't caused by anything he did. It was just genetic. And thank God he was as healthy as he was, because he probably wouldn't have survived it. But anyway, he always did like to eat a lot of red meat. He liked steak and ribs and all that stuff. And we used to kind of, think that was wrong. But we've since learned that was the proper way of eating, which is why he's much healthier. So, but we just assumed red meat, AFib, not a blockage. Exactly. And he wasn't on any medications. He just, and he worked out every day religiously, and he'd go hiking and walking. And like I said, he didn't do drugs or smoke or, he does drink beer, but that's our I was going to say family business, basically. So it's expected around here. There's no way around it, but, and he's a brewer as well, but, I have a weird, no, you don't. I have been carnivore for 6 years and 2 months. Coffee. Yep. I know people always get coffee's not carnivore. What part of the animal is coffee from? Well, the rule is if you consume 70% or more of your calories in meat, you're a carnivore. Is my camera shaking? It's just me. You're a carnivore. So yeah, I consume 70% of my calories in meat. And I do have 1 cup of coffee. I was drinking 2, even 3, but I had to cut back because I use so much creamer in my coffee. So I've cut back. But most carnivores drink coffee. And unless it impacts your health, you notice any difference, Bart K said it's okay. And Bart K is, he's the guy we listen to. This guy's got a PhD in nutrition. And he knows carnivore. If you want to know about carnivore, go check out Bart K's channel. So I trust him. If he says it's okay, it's okay. So I drink coffee with heavy whipping cream. I know, Lainey, I'm going to get him in one of my videos. I tried to. I didn't, honey. I filmed you when we did my backyard glamping video. He had to help me set it up because, we have these big heavy cots and I'd never set it up before. So while he was setting it up, I was recording him. And then that's when CapCut, remember, closed down for the weekend. So I couldn't edit that into the video. I had to just take one long video and post it. And so I wasn't able to add that clip in, but he would have actually been in a video. So I don't know, maybe tomorrow we're going to go hiking and with the grandkids. So I'll see if he'll let me put him in some of my video, because he is a real person. I didn't just make him up. He's the father of my kids. We've been married for 43 years. But yeah, so that's going to be tomorrow. So yeah, so that's what I wanted. I wanted to talk about that. Oh, the unretired thing, because I know a lot of you are here for that. I'm a complete weirdo, as I'm strict carnivore, but still drink white wine and coffee. You sound like the perfect carnivore to me. Yes. I want to do a video of you cooking. Hey, Matt, how you doing? You're back home in Washington, huh? Yeah, I'm going to do a video of my husband cooking, because that's what he does. And he does very well. He's got a smoker and a grill and sous vide and all that stuff. So do you miss California? Is it raining up there? Because remember, we did have rain when you were here. I think we had a lot of it, but it's been really nice. Yeah, you were here for the wind storms and the rain and all that stuff. My husband's going to be going. Remember when the Pacific Palisades burned down? Have you guys been watching the fires we've had here in California. Looks like a war zone. Well, my husband's actually going to be going there next week. He's in like insurance work, and they've had to call people from outside because there's just not enough people to handle it. So he's going to be going and helping, giving people estimates. Snowing. Oh, you're going back to Palm Desert. It's going to rain next week, Matt. It's been really nice. And now the rain's coming back. We're supposed to have some kind of storm is coming in Wednesday. I think you're just bringing it down with you. That's usually what we do when we travel. We take the weather with us. But what was I talking about? Oh, unretirement. I had been watching this financial advisor guy because, you know, like I said, a lot of people were not happy with me talking about unretiring. It's like they were angry about it. And it's like this guy was saying that 25% of people in their 60s are having to go back into the workforce through, you know, no fault of their own. It's, you know, with inflation and medical bills, because he tried to explain that most people in their 60s will get hit with some sort of illness, some sort of serious health issue by the time they're 66, I think he said. It's just very common. And that can really impact your finances, even if you're insured, because insurance doesn't pay for everything. So that's happening to more and more people. And right now, you know, we're okay. We've already gone through that when my husband had his heart attack in his 50s, and we've changed our healthy lifestyle. We're both trying to, we want to be healthy for as long as we can, because for one, it saves you money when you're healthy, you know, so it's important to do that. And it improves the quality of your life as you get older, so that we can do the things we want to do, you know, because a lot of people retire and then they sit home. Not everybody. I know a lot of people that, you know, go and do things, but I also know a lot of people that did. They stopped working and they just sat in front of the TV. They went home and they got in the recliner and watched TV. They felt like they earned that, and they did. They were tired, and their health just declined rapidly. And before they knew it, you know, even though they were healthy at the time they retired, within a few years, they were having all kinds of health issues. So it's important to stay active. It's always raining in England. I know. Oh, well, my daughter lives in Humboldt in Northern California. It is always raining there. Always. So that's what I imagine the UK must feel like. The only time they don't get rain is they had a brief period in the summer when it wasn't raining, but it's always raining there. And it's funny because Sarah, when she was, you know, she films her videos, she's outside and it's always raining and she's talking about it and stuff. And I would be jealous because I live in Southern California and it's always hot and sunny. And seriously, it does get tiring. I'm not just being funny. I want to change the seasons. I appreciate a change in seasons. So yeah, I was jealous of the rain, but I can see how constant rain would, you know, wear on your nerves. But yeah, places like that are much, much greener. So that's the upside to all that rain, I guess. Healthcare costs for me alone. Yeah, $943 a month. Can't wait to qualify for Medicare, right? Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And that doesn't cover everything. You still have your share of cost. You know, it's nuts. So yeah, retirement it's looking a lot different than we thought it was going to, which is the reason I'm back, and which is why I'm hustling. I'm doing YouTube, I'm doing my day job, and thanks to Matt, I'm looking into Amazon Flex. I'm hoping that I'll hear something about that. I do want to do that. I would have liked to have done a stay-at-home job, but like I said, those are like a unicorn. It's like they don't even really exist unless you have some kind of degree, and I have nothing. I don't do anything. I have no skills, nothing that would help me get a stay-at-home job. Now my daughter-in-law does it, but she went to school and she's got a very good job. She human resources with Amazon. Very proud of her. And they put Amazon actually paid for her to put in a she shed, an office, and they've got a beautiful she shed in the backyard, and she's able to work from home. It's like, that would be the dream, but that's not going to happen. So I have to get up and get ready and go to work and drive, and oh, it's so hard. Once I'm there, I'm fine. It's just getting up, without rain, you can't be grateful for the sun. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I know. Oh, she does mobile. I had a friend that did that. Does it pay anything? I should ask my friend. Remember Honey Deanna did that, and we've used her. That's something to think about too. Yeah, just little things. The more little things I do, it adds up. I thought about doing Uber Eats and Instacart, but like I said, the line is a mile long. Everybody's doing that, especially us old folks, because that's the perfect job for us. So yeah, trying to get on with any of them, because there's DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, Instacart. Couldn't get on with any of them. And that was going to be my ace in the hole. Oh yeah, I never thought about that. Yeah, there's a lot of different things you'd need a notary for. Something to look into. Yeah, especially if I don't hear back from Amazon Flex. I definitely will check that out. But right now I'm, like I said, I'm pretty content with what I'm doing. I do like my day job, very part-time, get paid per signature. Oh, and mileage. Real estate. Yeah, something to think about. For sure. I got a lot of great advice when I asked. There was a lot of good jobs, to be honest with you. I'm just going down each one. We'll see what happens. If this one doesn't work out, then I'll try that one. Then I'll try this one. Yeah, I'm sure something's going to come through. The whole idea is to do enough different jobs that I can accumulate more money, and I don't feel like I'm working a totally hard, job. I'm just, part-time at this one and part-time at this one, and I'm working my own hours. I need to stay flexible because I do have grandkids and I do help with them, and that's my joy. I'm not going to give that up. So I have to be able to work around those things. And Walmart Spark, haven't heard of that one. Amazon Flex. Wow, good for her. She's a hustler. See, that's what I need to do. But I got to realize what my capabilities are. I feel good. Fire with Dr. Ninja Turtle. Really? Well, I'll watch that. Now you're a teacher, right? I'm sure I've seen your comments. You're a teacher, but your wife unretired. Yeah, I need to watch that. I love watching other people's videos about being unretired. That's, I'm getting a lot of good information. There's a lot of us out there. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely give that a look. We're not alone. We're not alone. There's a lot of us, and there's no shame in our game. We're doing what we got to do. We're doing you teach in colleges. That's awesome. I just love your name, Fire with Dr. Ninja Turtle. Yeah, we're just doing what we got to do. We're not asking anybody to take care of us. I'm out there. I don't want to ever be a burden on my kids. My kids weren't a burden on me, and somebody had made a comment about, that I'm obviously, my kids are taking advantage of me. And I was like, I had to rewatch my video. It's like, where did you even get that out of what I was saying? My kids all work so hard. I was like hurt for them that anybody would think that. I wouldn't want them to read those comments and think, God, Mom, what are you saying? No, my kids are doing very well. They're doing better than my husband and I, as a matter of fact, but they work hard. And yeah, no, we don't help. If you mean by helping them, helping with the kids, yeah. I pick my kids up from school because they work during the days and I'm available, but that's not, I do that because I enjoy it, and it helps them and it helps me. I love seeing my grandkids. So I'm going to keep doing that. But no, my kids, they pay their own bills. They work very hard. Yeah, all of them. My daughter's a single mom. She's a social worker. She works her butt off, and she's got her own place up there, and she does wonderful. Maybe my dad will let us come over now. I know. I've got your birthday cards here, baby, from Aunt B. So, and we still got to do, well, you know what? Aunt B's coming down next month and we were going to do our Secret Santa then. We've been putting it off, but still, I do want to give you, she sent you girls some goodies, some birthday cards and stuff. So yeah, we need to get those to you. Your dad was here today. He dropped Ellis off with me this morning because Charlie's been in the hospital. I don't know if you know that. Charlie's, for her asthma, she was having problems with that. So anyway, people are crazy in YouTube. Negative comment. Oh God, seriously, I get some of the weirdest comments. It's like, why? What is this about? Some of the stuff people say. One guy was actually angry at, I did the video on, why you shouldn't marry for money. Cause I just thought that was wrong. It's like, I mean, it's okay if the person you love has money and you marry them, that's fine. I was just saying, don't just marry them for their money, that you should have other things. But I don't know if he took it out of context or what. He said that's the way it was supposed to be or something. I don't know. I really didn't understand it. I tried to read it and it didn't make sense to me. It just sounded like he was angry. So I just let it go. Oh, hi, Minnesota girl. I am having a great day. I'm having a lot of fun. I miss you, Sadie. Yeah, we'll figure it out, babe. Maybe this next weekend. I know you guys are all busy in school. Yeah, I've got one of my grandsons here right now, and it's beautiful and sunny out here in Southern California. We're supposed to actually have good weather, right, honey, this weekend, and then this next weekend or this next week, the rains are going to be coming back in. But right now, it's really nice, and yeah, I just, I had mainly, like I said, I just wanted to talk. I know more of you want to know about the carnivore stuff. I'm going to put links in the description of this video today. And I'll put because I made a couple videos on how to get started on carnivore and what I eat and all that stuff. Because I know people ask about that a lot. So I'll do that. Lainey thought she was marrying for money. Oh, no, my husband and I, we both knew what we were getting into. We knew neither one of us had money, but that's okay. That's not what you don't marry. I mean, you hope that together you guys can inspire each other and work hard and make money and, but you don't just choose somebody for their money and marry them. I would hope not anyway, but it's better when you do it together anyway. That's the way it should be. So I was surprised when, to get the comment I did. I get some crazy comments, you guys. And half the time, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if I'm naive or not. I don't always know how to take them. It's like, I don't know if they're just being funny or if I'm just being stupid. I don't know. So, but YouTube has this thing in the YouTube studios where it holds on to those comments. It always knows when a comment is, something's off. And it'll hold on to them. And so those comments won't post until you hit the check mark. So money, it doesn't make you happy. It doesn't, good health makes me happy. My kids being healthy and strong makes me happy. Money does help pay bills and that does make me happy, but the money alone doesn't make me happy. There has to be other factors, but money alone, it's helpful. It's a great tool, but no, it doesn't make you happy. It's snowing. Oh, I heard that you guys were supposed to get a lot of snow too this year. A lot. My wife married me when I had nothing. Now we're financial free. Well, you're a good husband. That's awesome. And that's the way it should be, Well, and I mean, come on, if you marry when you're young, most of us married. I mean, my husband and I were very young. We were teenagers, 19, 18. Most people do get married very young. And so who has money when they're young, unless it's your parents' money, but, unless you marry somebody that's older, and that happens too. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, right. Wouldn't trade my husband for any amount of money. Exactly. I do know people that have married for money. I do. And they weren't the happiest. And then when the money and things did happen and the money ran out, and so did they, because there wasn't anything to keep them together. If they didn't have money, they were no good to the other person. And that happens too. So, and you got to think about that. If you're marrying somebody and you know that's why they're marrying you. Oh, I know. My husband, that's what most of them are miserable. He tells me that all the time. Money does not make you happy. Most of them are mean and ornery. And isn't that true? Something that stuck with me when my kids were younger. I remember I had to go pick my son up at a friend's house. This kid was on the little league team with them, and I had to go pick him up from their house. And they did not have a lot of money. It was very humble house. They had a lot of kids, and their older kids were living with them. They had two of their older kids, and you could just see there just wasn't a lot of money. And the first thing they did when I stopped in to pick up my son is offer to make me a plate of food. She was cooking. She had some roast and she was making some meal, and she offers me food and she had me sit down, and there was just so much love and laughter and energy in that home. And I was like, it just always stuck with me. It was like, wow, this is beautiful. Her house was in a showcase. She didn't have it decorated. It was just, they had what they needed. She had furniture and she had pictures up real high against the ceiling. And I don't know, but it was, and I just remember he drove an old beat up truck, but they were at all the games for their kids, and all the kids would come and watch. And it just really impressed me. I thought, man, and they just seem like such a happy family. Yeah, I've noticed that. I think, it's almost like we need to go through those struggles of not having money to really appreciate it. So, yeah, we've definitely gone through the struggles to where we do appreciate what we have now. We don't have a lot. No, not all people with money are selfish, for sure. Um, we've met some very kind people, but some people it just depends. It just depends. If you grew up with money and you had good parents that taught you the importance of helping others and being kind. My mom, she had money, but she gave it all away. She couldn't hold on to it for nothing. If anybody needed money, my mom was right there, and everybody was like, my God. She gave to everybody. I can't even tell you how many of my friends my mom set up when they had to leave their partner or start all over. My mom was the one. She would help them get into an apartment. She's buying furniture. It's like she got a lot of joy out of helping other people. And I watched her do that. I mean, we couldn't drive down the street. If she saw somebody that looked like they needed money, she pulled over and there we were. It's like, Mom, this isn't the safest neighborhood. She didn't care. And she gave money to everybody. She was a trip. I was homeless at 25 due to my own choices. I'm so grateful. I'm sure you learned a lot from that. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. I know. I tell my kids all the time, they're so fortunate to be in the position they are, and never forget that. Even if you have money now, you still, should be able to help other people. Yeah, George is in construction too. Yeah, I'll have to tell my husband about the situation you were telling me how. I think it sounds like the union over here where you can't just do it. You have to pay to get into it in order to do that kind of work. That's kind of like what our unions are over here in America. Some people join them just for that reason. But construction's hard work, definitely. There's quite a bit of judgment for those that provide college tuition for their kids. Yeah, I know. People are like, well, if you can afford to do that, oh, I know. I get that. People, I tell them, we don't have a lot of money. I know it appears from the outside that we have more money than we do, but I'm frugal. I can shop at thrift stores and garage sales, and I can be very creative. And we've lived in this house for 25 years, so that helped us. Our mortgage was super low, And so, yeah, we've been able to do some things. So, yeah, people will judge you and think that, well, you obviously have money for this and that. I've even gotten comments already like, why are you unretiring? From what I can see, you have money. And it's like, everybody has different priorities of what we spend our money on, what's important to us. Cost you $1,500 to get into construction. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But yeah, we've always gotten that. And then even my son, Sherry, he was showing me today, a friend of his that he went to elementary school with saw how well he's doing now and hit him up online for money. And of course, my son, being the soft heart that he is, sent him some money. 2 days later, he hit him up for even more. And I was like, darn it. And then he was trying to make him feel guilty because he's doing so well. I was like, don't fall for that, honey. You have to be careful. But I appreciate that he wanted to help this kid. But this kid, he was a grifter when he was a kid. I hate to say that. And yeah, and he's been in a lot of trouble. But you just got to be careful nowadays. I worked for a few people that had money that are great. Oh, I know. Of course. Most of them came from a hardworking background. I think that's the difference. It's the silver spoon crowd. Yeah. Isn't that what you want? You want your kids to have brilliant jobs, self-sufficient. That's all. And that's what I always told my kids. I don't care how much money you make. As long as you can afford to support yourself in the manner to which you want to be supported in, so that you don't have to ask for other people to support you, do that. If you have a high lifestyle and you want more, then you've got to get a job to pay for that. That's your choice. So I love frugal, right? That's the key to becoming financially free. Right. Wow. Well, that's awesome. That is awesome. Well, I always tell my kids, and I told my son, I said, don't ever lend money unless you can afford to give it. Because very seldom do you get it back. And nothing will ruin a friendship more than lending somebody, money. Right. We've always said that. We wanted our kids to be happy. And they seem to be. Are you happy, Britt? Yeah, that's the most important thing. That and your health. So with that, I'm going to cut. I'm already over an hour. I didn't want to talk this long. But yeah, your health. Your health is your greatest wealth. I really believe that. So take care of your health. For me, that's doing the carnivore diet. If you want to know more, ask me about it. I am going to put a link in the description of this video so you can, if you want to look into it more. But thank you guys. And thank you, Sherry. That was so sweet of you. Like, I'm going to print that out. That was my very first, I don't know, what was that, a super chat? Is that what they call it? So thank you. You made my day. And Lainey and George and Fire Ninja Turtle and Cassandra and Minnesota Girl and Gail and Sandy. Wow, look at all you guys. Matt. I want to make sure I say hi to all you guys. Britt, Sadie, if you're still here. My husband. I hope I didn't forget anybody. I said hi to you, Cassandra and Sandy, and you guys are awesome. Thank you. I appreciate you being so supportive and helping me do this. I hope I'll get better. I just wanted the practice. So yeah, this is fun. It's fun. I feel like, it's like being in a chat room. Remember the old chat rooms? That's what it's like. We can actually accept, only you can see me. I can't see you guys, but still, I really do appreciate it. Right, Sherry? Health is everything. It is everything. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you. I love you, Sherry. Thank you for everything. Oh, Cave Lady Tribe. Thank you. Thank you so much. And yeah, we'll do it again. I'll let you guys know if I do another one. But thank you for joining me. And I will see you guys. Good to meet George. Yeah, I call him my little brother, honey. He's part of the family now. So anyway, I'm going to hit the button that says end stream. I did that last week and then it didn't end and then I look stupid. So let's see if it works. I'll see you guys in the next video. Did I do it? Nope. See, try it again.